Hey guys, it's Stephanie here, and I don't know about you, but on Valentine's Day, my true love gave to me a gift card to shamelessly and guiltlessly buy a crap ton of books. So you know what that means. It's a book haul, it's a book haul. So the first book came highly recommended from Katie over at Chapter Stacks, and yes, that is You by Caroline Kepnes. And I'm really glad I listened to her because this was amazing. I read this in like 2 days. I will have a review coming soon. So the story is narrated by Joe, who is a bookseller in New York who develops a very unhealthy infatuation with a girl named Guinevere Beck. She just goes by Beck. The story is written in the second person, and so it is Joe speaking, and the book is directed towards Beck. So when you read it, it'll say things like, I see you. And while I think that sounds like a very annoying or gimmicky writing style, it really works, and it was absolutely amazing. And like I said, I will have a review up for this soon. And next up, we have Broken Monsters by Lauren Bukes. And the story is about a detective who one night comes upon a disgusting tableau of the body of a boy fused together with the body of a deer. And if that doesn't sound like it should have been an episode of NBC's very short-lived Hannibal, I don't know what does. And that alone I found absolutely intriguing, and I had to buy the book. And not to mention, I have heard great reviews of it all over BookTube, so I am very excited to get into this. And next up, we have from the author that brought us Never Let Me Go, we have Kazuo Ishiguro's Remains of the Day. And yes, they did send me the movie cover, which one, I didn't even know this was a movie. And two, I mean, whatever, I'll live. But I was very interested to read this because I really did enjoy Never Let Me Go. Now I am going into this expecting it to be a little slower than Never Let Me Go from what I've heard, but interesting nonetheless. So my next book came from the black hole that is Goodreads recommendations list. Seriously, I get lost in there every time I go in there. You know, you click a book, then at the bottom it says, you know, readers also enjoyed this, also by this author. And then I keep clicking and clicking and clicking, and I just keep going down this rabbit hole that for some reason always leads me to 1970s horror novels. So this time I decided to actually give one a try. And so I picked up Harvest Home by Thomas Tryon. And I'm really excited to read this because one, it is probably my favorite horror novel premise, and that is unsuspecting couple moves into idyllic home in the country. They think everything is perfect, but then it all goes to hell. So I am very excited to read this. So considering that everything in this book haul could basically be classified as a thriller or a horror novel or something a little darker and more serious, I bought this last book in an attempt to lighten things up. And so I got, on a whim, In Some Other World Maybe by Sherry Goldhagen. So the book follows 3 groups of teenagers in different cities across the US who on one day in the summer of 1992 all went to go see the same movie. And then the book is set throughout the next 2 decades, and we see the characters meet up and kind of intertwine through each other's lives, which is something that I really like in novels. So I got this. So if anything, it just seems like a very quick, very lighthearted read. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you've read any of the books that I bought on this book haul, please let me know what you thought of them in the comments, especially if you've read Harvest Home, because that seems to be an older, lesser known book, and I haven't heard too many people's feedback on it. It did have a high rating on Goodreads, but if you have an opinion on it, I would really love to know. So again, thanks for watching. Hope to see you around soon.